Black Widow is coming in hot, and with her solo movie, we are finally gonna get the formidable villain from the comics, Taskmaster. And there's something very suspicious about Taskmaster's identity. He obviously seems to be someone who has fought not just Black Widow but most of the Avengers as well. Since the Avengers are Black Widow's new family, he becomes a big villain for her to take down on a physical and maybe an emotional level. But there's one more suspicious thing about Taskmaster, and that's his shield. We've already discussed the possible man-woman who could be behind the skull mask. It could either be Rick Manson, Melina Vostokov, or some obscure character like General Draco's daughter from Black Widow's dark past. Some far-fetched theories have even suggested that this could actually be Clint himself, but let's not go there again. What we've not discussed is the artillery that Taskmaster is using. The bow and arrow is obviously to reference Hawkeye, and it makes sense since it is also a part of Taskmaster's weapons in the comics. Another weapon that Taskmaster primarily uses his shield. Who else has had a shield as his primary weapon? Well, if you'd say Red Guardian, then you'd surely be right, but my implication obviously lies towards Captain America. Cap has fought with his shield almost throughout his run in the MCU, and since Taskmaster seems to have copied his moves and deflected bullets with his shield, there's a theory which also stated that Taskmaster may have fought Cap back in the Winter Soldier. In the comics, he has been a former shield agent. In this case, he might actually be a former shield Hydra agent who still hasn't been caught, and since he has fought Cap, he didn't just study the moves of Captain America, but he also took up Cap's primary weapon as one of his weapons. Thus, another Vibranium shield comes into play. Now you may ask why it could be Vibranium. Well, the answer to that question comes through a bit of evidence from Black Panther. Obviously, Cap's shield wasn't the last piece of Vibranium left in the world. The Black Widow takes place before Black Panther, so Ulysses Claw would still be alive, and even though Ultron got hold of his stash of Vibranium, he still had a bit left. He made a Vibranium arm out of that. Moreover, the Black Panther movie showed us that he was still looking for other Vibranium reserves throughout the world. King T'Chaka's brother, Eric Killmonger's father, probably smuggled a bit of Vibranium out of Wakanda as well. So perhaps Taskmaster may have actually got his hands on a bit of Vibranium through Claw, some other Vibranium reserves or Sokovian wreckage. With that came his new shield. The reason we believe that Taskmaster could have a Vibranium shield because it surely seems to be acting like one. The deflection of bullets is quite similar, but more importantly, the shield seems to be quite light yet pretty strong. If you look at the image, the shield seems to have dug itself into the ground. All these don't seem to be the traits of an ordinary metal alloy. Taskmaster's shield, being Vibranium, would surely allow for establishing more MCU connections. So that's another reason for why it could be the case we are proposing. But we will have to wait and find out when the Black Widow movie comes out.